everybody, welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate program, and this is by far one of the most special episodes of Wine Library TV. We're doing champagne, or sparkling wine, because I'm sorry, we have a nice little wine over here from Argentina. And no, right off the bat, Lizzie and I are not pregnant, because that's where they're going, Mott. But it's a very big day for me, a very special announcement. Just a ridiculously awesome day for me, and I'm really excited about announcing this to the entire Vayner Nation, to anybody who's ever watched my show, and to friends and family and everything, and so it's a big deal. But before we get into that, I gotta string them up. Big shout out to Wine Blogging Wednesday. We did the Chinon the other day. We had a lot of bloggers throughout the internet get involved and do a Chinon, Cabernet Franc from France, excuse me. Mott, we started a thread in the forum to link up everybody who did it. So Mott, link it up. Now, Vaniacs, please, if nothing else, even forget about my big announcement. If nothing else, please scroll right below the video and click the link to the Wine Blogging Wednesday links. A lot of great wine bloggers around the internet put out their hearts and did some great notes and different angles on Cabernet Franc. You know how passionate I am about Cabernet Franc, especially from the old world, and so please check that out. I think it's really darn cool, and that's a lot of fun. And before I get into the other big announcement, we're going to give a huge happy 21st birthday to Brian Yinger. And I know it's tomorrow, Bri, but today's your last day of being 20 years old. Tomorrow you're 21. You're part of the CKC Nation. Big shout out to the CKCs. We haven't given the College Kid Crew a shout out in a while. If you're part of the CKC, please leave a comment. We need comments, Mott. Did they do good yesterday? I saw, right? What did we say? I saw like 200 at one point. Where are you at?
I didn't.
Did you see it?
I forgot to look this
morning.
morning.
Anyway, big 21st birthday shout out for you tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have some bubbles tomorrow on your 21st birthday, and hopefully you'll be drinking lots of different cool wines, and that's really cool. And I'm going to go into the first wine before the announcement. I'm really trying, it's a big one for me, Matt, so I like to, string it along a tad. Let's go into the first sparkling wine, and again, we're doing, some champagne, 2 champagnes, but we're going to start with the Finca La Linda Extra Brut, which is 50% Chardonnay, 50% Semillon from Luigi Bosca in Argentina. Runs it at $13 US, usually an unlucky number for most, but a hugely lucky number for me, because that is July 13th is when my sister was born. That was a big day for me. I got to be a big bro. I liked that. 50 Chard, 50 Semillon, sparkling wine from Argentina, and I've had very few sparkling wines from Argentina, so this is a pretty cool experience for me. We've got 2 of the regular champagne glasses from Riedel, and then a sommelier champagne glass for the last one, because it's one that I've heard a lot about. I'm excited about trying it. Really pretty golden color. Whoopsie. Sorry, Matt. Just really gorgeous in its color approach. The bubbles are bopping away. Really cool. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. I get a rice pudding component on the nose, which I find very interesting. A little almond shell as well. Very pretty. Little hints of butter, too. Kind of buttery. Let's give it a whirl. Good crispness. Nice freshness. Definitely an upgrade from, Corbel, Piper, Sonoma, those kind of things. Gruet even. Interesting nuttiness. I mean, who doesn't like some nice nuts in their mouth? A little hint of mustard. Really creamy on the finish, which I like. Just a solid sparkler. Nice little stuff. Spoke a tad too soon. Get a little hot here on the back palate. Now again, room temperature. Most of you are going to be drinking this cold. I think that would kind of hide a little bit on the finish. Interesting effort. Good solid start. Nice acidity. I'm going to go 87 points. And at 13 bones, a very solid entry level. Nice little package too, Mott, wouldn't you say? It's a nice little, guys, get off. Listen, I have no problem with Corbel or Piper, Sonoma or Gruet or all these, Freshenet, all these entry-level sparklers, but 13 bones, there's things out there like this that can bring some serious, solid, heavy rainstorms. I'm not going to call it thunder, but it's definitely dark and gloomy outside. Good effort by Luigi Bosca. La Linda, 13 Bones. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't expecting much. Really solid effort. Let's go into the announcement. Clearly, because of you, the Vayner Nation, the Vaniacs out there, who've supported the show and have allowed me to do this daily and put in the 10 hours a day answering email and all that I do, we've been able to cause a little hoopla, and that hoopla has led to something I'm very proud of. Late last year, during the holidays, I was able to tape the show, and November, December is the craziest time of year, but I was able to write a book. So, I'm really excited. This is not the actual book. This is an advanced little copy, and there's been some changes and what have you. But I know some of you in the, in the Vayner Nation, in the forums, knew about this. A couple of you have emailed me because you search Vaynerchuk in Amazon for some reason. Thank you for that. Anyway, it's coming. May 13th. My mom's birthday is the 3rd, Lizzie's the 6th, Grandma's the 17th. May's a good month for me. And so another little thing is born in May. My first book, it's the 101 Wines Guaranteed to Inspire, Delight, and Bring Thunder to Your World. So it's my top 101 wines of this little period, pretty much the year. I did not include anything that was on Wine Library TV. So I made it a little more fun. And I'm really excited about it. So, Mott, if there was ever a link up in the history of your linking up career that I really needed you to link it up, and we'll link it up to Amazon, Borders, and Barnes & Noble. Mott, link it up. What do you think, man? Triple play, like that, right?
Hat trick.
I don't even really know what to say. I'm getting not emotional, but it's like crazy. I mean, this is a big deal for me and my family. Where a lot of you know where I came from, and so this is a big deal, right? It's a big deal for my English teachers who all failed me throughout my high school career. They're gonna be like, they're gonna take like triple looks. But I'm really excited about it, and I want to make it awesome for you guys. So we're gonna do a couple of different promotions around the book. Obviously, we'll be doing some book signings around the country. I'll be giving you those details next week. I know I will be in New York on March 14th, so if you want to come to New York, thank you. May 14th, we're going to be doing a huge book signing in New York, and there's the likelihood of doing a VIP party afterwards, so all of you will be invited to that. So just take a look at your calendar for May 14th. I know that I'm going to be hitting Seattle, San Francisco, Portland, Chicago on this book tour in May and June. It's a big deal. I'm super excited about it. I really thank all of your support for allowing me to create this book. We are going to be doing something really rad. If you buy 2 books from any of these sites, I'd rather you buy them on these internet sites. Free shipping and deals and what have you. Anyway, any 2 books. And email us the receipt to book@winelibrary.com. Mott, link that up. Book@winelibrary.com. There's going to be a lot of giveaways against it. A lot of opportunities. A lot of free shipping offers that are probably going to make, the book cost free. You're going to turn a profit, Vaniacs. Just get the book. I'm really excited about it. I want to stun the world. That's how I roll. So I need your support. If anybody wants to be part of my book street team, please email me. It's right above the video here. I want to put together a book street team. I need some Vaniacs to help me pimp it. It's going to be real exciting. I'm going to be all over the place. I really, really am excited, super humbled, and the book is killer. I put my heart into it. I hope you like the list. Some really interesting findings. My book. Awesome. Zoom it in, Mott. Jean Lallement, Cuvée Reserve Champagne. Lalament is a very good producer. 91 points Wine Spectator, $42 US. I'm not sure if there's a little bit of Pinot Noir in this, but it is a 91 point Spectator wine on 42 bones, which is a price point for champagne that we're very accustomed to. Lalament is a producer that I've heard enormous great things about. I've had it once before, but I really don't recall, so I'm excited about this. Did I tell them about the book?
I think so.
On purpose, I didn't have, a prop. Gary Vaynerchuk is the Director of Operations of Wine Library located in New Jersey. He's appeared on Late Night with Conan O'Brien. I'm sorry. I can't get over it. It's crazy. I'm sorry. I know I'm a jerk off. Sniffy sniff! Very funky nose in comparison to the last one, which was a lot more exciting and forward. This has a little bit more of a, it's like almost a truffle-y kind of thing going on, which I like. Little bluestone. Little hints of walnuts coming through, which I like, and baked bread. Interesting. Aromatically kind of limited. I mean, I was really fishing for that, but I got it. Let's give it a whirl. I'm excited about going to Portland. That's going to be awesome. The Oregon fans are going to be able to hang out. I'll wear my Kellen Clemens jersey.
Oregon.
No, Oregon. I got it this time. Very heavy on the fresh crushed apple cider component on this wine. This wine is loaded. Granny Smith, delicious red. I mean, just loaded with a variety of apples. It really comes across like October. I get a fall leafy kind of thing going on. I get apples. Apples for days. Loaded with apples, my friends. So, if you like apples, this is going to be a play. If you don't, it's a major pass. I kind of find it limiting and boring. How many apples can you have? I mean, I'd like to see something else. I'm going to go 88 plus points on this wine. I'm going to give it a pass, given its price point. I find it pretty one-dimensional. Let me just refocus on it. Maybe I was daydreaming about the book, Mott. They could always say that. I like looking at the bubbles. Nope. Let's move on. And finally, a wine that I've been dying to try since one of our top champagne customers emailed me. This guy balls it, Mott. I don't know what he does. I mean, I think he's like pouring it in his bathtub. KL, I love you. Anyway, and told me this champagne killed him. He liked it better than some of the Krug vintage stuff that's like 300 bones. I mean, so I'm really excited about trying this. I've been saving it for this moment. What's that, Mott?
What moment
What was that? What? Did I just hear you're buying 40 books? Mott! Put Mott on the board for 40! I love it. The R.L. Lagras 1998 Chardonnay Via Vines, Old Vine Chardonnay Brut, 90 points Tanzer, 65 US dollars, 65 bones, pretty expensive, but if you're rolling in that Dom P, Cristal, the Chrissy, rolling in that Krug area, this is a bargain. And so if it ranks among that, then it could be very, very interesting. So let's see what's going on here. I'm going to give this champagne a sniffy sniff. I'm going to see. Oh, that was perfect. I'm going to break this camera one day. I'm going to be sad. Wow. Complex nose. Let me just get back in here one more time. So let's go oyster shell. Let's crack up a bunch of oyster shells. I get a little bit of that. I get gorgeous guava. Interesting. I get a cinnamon toast crunch component without the cinnamon. So it's like a graininess. Let's go grape nuts. Let's go grape nuts. Oyster shell. I'm really heavy on this oyster shell nose. A little hint of guava and a little smoky, Mott. Really interesting. Very complex nose. I can see where he was going with that. Let's see what's going on here. Actually reminds me a lot of Salon, which I'm a big, big fan of. This is really good. So I get really gorgeous pear flavors, a very small hint of guava, very grape nutty, grainy. I feel like we're eating apples and guava in the cornfields or the wheat fields of Iowa. I mean, this is really grainy. Very complex. Great second-tier flavor profile. You know what? Perfect example how, like, this wine was fine, but it just kind of stopped, right? It was just like apples, right? And like, crap, let's buy apple cider for $12. I mean, like, that's the real expensive apple cider for $12, right? You can buy it for $4 in a bottle like this. Ripping great acidity, which is great. Not totally cutting my palate. Maybe a little paper cut. Maybe a paper cut from a book, for example. Actually, I just got my... Anyway, really clever. I mean, for lack of a better word, I love to talk about wines as people. I find this to be clever. It's doing a lot of, like, different, like, I feel like you gotta burn the bush to find it. You know, it's a little Zelda action. Yes, this champagne reminds me of Zelda. You need to burn the bush, you need to move the rock, that's how you're gonna beat the game. And that's what's going on here. It's a really complex, you know, little puzzle, little Rubik's Cube action on my palate. This is really, 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 really good champagne. I do feel this rivals some of the top cuvées. I'm going to go 93 plus points on this. I'm not going to go super duper crazy. I like it a lot, but I'm not going to let the hoopla and the happiness let me outscore or raise it, you know. If I'm going to tell the, you know, winemakers and owners of wines from Washington State right to their face the truth, I'm definitely going to do it now. I'm not going to lie to myself in this happy moment, but a very solid effort. A classic champagne. A little bit of a throwback. Reminds me of some of the stuff I remember in the mid-'80s. Mature for its age, but very complex and still youthful. Mature for its age, but still very complex and youthful. I know, you guys get mad at me, but this is how I feel, right? I mean, it's got some back-end, like, complexities of maturity, but the fruit is youthful. There we go. See, the problem is when I talk sometimes, I skip out some of the details, and everybody's like, it's young, but it's old. It's big, but it's small. I mean, you know, they get mad at that. Anyway, great, great ending to a very special day for me. I mean, very special, you know? My Russian grandparents in heaven are definitely pumped right now. Question of the day. Are you buying the book? Simple as that. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I know, I'm a jerk, right? Put it out there. Kahuna's going to be like, no. I mean, you know, they're going to be tough on this one, right? I really want to ask you guys a huge favor. I've been pouring my heart out for almost 450 shows. Please leave a comment today. And if it's no, I'll deal with it. Because you, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world.